I'm Daniel McIntyre, David McIntyre's son.
Hi, my name is Linnea Rosalind McIntyre. I recently married Daniel last month.
So my name is Erin Hunley. I am Dave McIntyre's oldest daughter.
Jill McGraw, and I was introduced to Set Free through Dave McIntyre.
So take me back to before your trip to Uganda. What was it like preparing spiritually and mentally for this journey?
Yeah, it was a real step of faith. I was a little bit uncertain, a little bit nervous, and really just heard the Lord say, this is going to be an adventure. So say yes to adventure, because I am going to show you something new.
Dean told us that we had to wear skirts, which wasn't exactly a hard and fast rule. We were all kind of upset about that. I was afraid. There was quite a bit of spiritual warfare before we even took off. Things like, if you leave, you're never going to see your family again, or you're going to die while you're over there.
Yeah, I was a nervous wreck. There was a lot of spiritual warfare going into it, and what rung out the most was obedience. That God was going to take care of us no matter what, and there was a reason we were going to go.
What would you say was your why for going on this trip?
My why is to be a support for Daniel and his sisters.
I really wanted to see my dad's ministry, for one, but I knew that God had something greater, a bigger purpose for us.
I wanted to see what my dad was doing. That was pretty much my only why. See what he was doing and meet the people that he loved very much and the people that he was talking about the whole time he was there.
No, I believe my why of going on the trip was to also see the fruit of the work that Set Free has done there over the years.
What stood out to you about your dad's legacy in Uganda?
Just how much of an impact he had, not just on the big scale, but on the individual scale. How much he impacted individual people.
How all the children just loved him.
Everybody treated him like he was family. They spoke about him like he was actually family, and they said that he treated them the same way.
The one thing that I kept hearing people say was how well he loved. And the discipleship that was poured into their lives was now being lived out.
Did you learn anything new about your dad that you didn't know before?
That he didn't just have 3 kids, he had hundreds.
When I'm there and I hear them say that he was a Ugandan, not something I learned new, but seeing it firsthand was new.
Was there anything new that you learned about yourself on this trip?
What I learned about myself on this trip is how much I have a heart for these people.
When I came back, I decided to really go hard for the Lord, and it meant I had to dissolve my engagement, which was really hard. Before my dad died, I had a conversation with him about a prayer that I had where the Lord told me, if I tell you to do something, it might be hard, but it won't ever be wrong. And I've just been clinging on to that. It's hard, really hard, but it's not wrong. And I know that.
The fruit of his work, I would say, is the response from the kids to get baptized, and it made me take my decision more seriously.
What was the most meaningful thing to you about this trip?
The baptisms. It was just amazing to see the freedom happening in real time, and just, the spiritual warfare going into it, and then the freedom on the flip side of it.
Connecting with the people and seeing their hearts.
The most meaningful thing for me on this trip is to witness the baptisms and to witness my sister getting baptized in Lake Tuchano, Balola.
I had so many people come up to me and grab me by the hands and tell me, you continue your father's legacy, you keep it going. And I want to. I'm gonna try.
Was there like a meaningful conversation that you'd like to share about?
There were many meaningful conversations. I feel like our whole group that we went with, each one of us, we ended up sitting down and just talking about how God was working in our lives and what God was preparing us for.
There was one young boy that was singing on the way down to the baptism. And he had the most beautiful voice. And I challenged him to continue to sing and to praise. And he got so excited that he found me later and he remembered how much I loved hearing him sing and praise Jesus. And that was just such a precious moment to me.
Now that you're back, what is God calling you to?
Participate more and step out in faith.
To be his witness to wherever I go.
Follow in my father's footsteps, listen, and obey.
My wife and I came back from Uganda, but our hearts remained there. I feel the call to Uganda, and I will do everything I can to come back.
You know, I have come back with open hands. I don't know the exact answer to that, but I'm open and yielding to what he has for me.
It was a life-changing experience.
Being there made me want to not leave.
It was like a revival. As I went to different schools and saw little fires in other places and seeing hearts ablaze for Jesus.
So, you know, those some really big shoes to fill, but I'm hopeful that the three of us can fill them. One man's shoes with 3 feet.
What is most important to me is really what I had to ask myself after I came back, is what really matters. I challenge anybody who is questioning going to go and experience the fruit of something so beautiful.